MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Harrisburg Senators and the Portland Sea Dogs. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Number 1 will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the .330 mark to begin play.
Well, he's been having a pretty good year, but he's been slumping just a little bit at the plate recently. We got to see if he's going to pick it up in this game.
And they'll get the fielder's choice play at second, but that's all. But wisely, no thought of a return throw, and the inning will continue.
Well, you could have put the first base bag out in the outfield grass on this play. You're not going to double this guy up. He's too fast. Still, a pretty good job of at least getting that lead runner at second base.
Tommy Carter will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
And the beginning of this season has been great for him, and I expect he'll continue his hot hitting all year in the minor leagues, and it might be a guy that we see in the big leagues before too long.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. EK, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. It was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
And they're already down a run in this one, so they're behind the 8 ball again to start this game.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
This guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, and he nonchalanted that one as it costs him and goes right by him. And the runner from second is in to score. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Well, that hit extends his streak to lucky number 13 now. That's almost 2 full weeks where he's been swinging it.
Ready now, Justin Maxwell. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hard hit at third. Way to get dirty. One there. Not in time.
Oh, man, that would have been awesome.
So he almost completes an incredible. Digging in, Tommy Carter. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
All right. Now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
Wanted to go after the slider, but he holds off. 3-1. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate,
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. So a solo shot down the line in left. 6th home run on the season for him, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Well, guys, this was never a question of distance. This ball is absolutely launched. But we didn't know if it was going to be fair or foul, and you're going to see it. Once this thing hits off the foul pole, it erases any question.
Tommy Carter will step in now. 2 for 2, including a home run thus far.
Yeah, having a pretty good one so far. We'll see if they pitch him any differently right here in this at-bat.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. 1 strike. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, right fielder, Justin Maxwell.
Number 1 steps into the box. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. To short. Carter over to his left. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
And if this is almost any other guy in
leading off the inning, Tommy Carter, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
That's a ball.
Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Number 25 recovers. He'll throw down to first, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 13.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the putout.
Tommy Carter will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Taking called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
2 out, nobody on. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Hit in the air to right field. Number 1 is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, that's a good all-around performance, and hey, look at it this way. They're 1-0 here to start the summer off as they get it started with a W.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving, but gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. Harrisburg comes out on top, 9-6.
No errors.
Good night, everybody.
A boatload of runners on base.
Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Wilmer Defoe will stand in now, just a few ticks shy of the 300 mark for the season.
Well, he's been hitting really well over his last 10 games or so, and he's someone to watch out for in this one.
Hit to short. And he's retired, one away. Number 1 will take his first cuts now, and as you can see, he enters play with that average up over the 320 mark.
But he's really been struggling at the plate recently. I mean, that average still looks pretty good, but it's dropping fast.
On to first, and it sails right by him.
Just an airmail shot that time. The pickup's good, but this ball just sails straight over it.
Tommy Carter will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night.
Carter.
Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. EK are visitors here as they take the field tonight following a scoreless top half. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
After the loss last time out, that sets up a rubber match here in the finale, so I'm expecting this to be the best game of the 3.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Very high, 2-1. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
That's right where he's going to need to be against this lineup. On the corners all night long.
Ripped down the line. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Well, there you go. 14 straight games now, and he hasn't gone hitless in a game.
Chris Dominguez will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, his last game was a breath of fresh air because he's been stinking it up lately. Under 200 over his last 10 games.
Only play will be to first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 goal. Brennan Bosch will stand in. He too had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Tommy Carter digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Stevenson is in pursuit. 1 out.
Yeah, that's just a good pitch right there. That's a 2-seam fastball working its way back inside.
Coming to the plate again, Tommy Carter, as he'll bat for the 2nd time in the inning. From the stretch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. 2 out with the man at first. Pitch is mishandled behind the plate and bounces away. And he'll make it to second here as he's moved into scoring position now after the passed ball.
Yeah, don't know quite what could have happened there. He just didn't look the ball into the glove, and now all of a sudden they've got to deal with a runner in scoring position now with 2 away.
1-2, here it comes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And this guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Grounder down the line at third. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And the run is in to score from second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. The final damage here, 10 come to the plate, 7 runs score. On now to the top of inning number 4. And the Sea Dogs lead this one 10-1. Tommy Carter ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, you can bet he'd love to get himself a hit. Those are the kind of games with a little extra pep in your step.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Ground ball left side. Fielded cleanly. Throw on the first gets him, and the side is retired. This half of the inning, 5 innings complete. The Sea Dogs lead it 12-1. Tommy Carter already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
Carter.
Hard hit ball to second. He's right there. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Sometimes we use the phrase. And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award?
Yeah, you see he finishes with a 3-hit game, including a double, and that's a line that's worthy of taking home the award.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Sea Dogs come out on top 12-7.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.